The amazing story about Thunderbird is that it was really the very first school that was founded with the idea of educating international business leaders. Our campus was an air base during the Second World War. When the war was over, there was a group of generals that had this vision that the entire world was going to need a new generation of people who would be very well trained in business and management, but who would understand how to communicate and deal with people from many different backgrounds. Because we have been global since our inception, we have become the leading school of international management in the world.
You can come down and sit in a classroom or an information session and see the eclectic environment at Thunderbird, people from India, from Europe, from Latin America, and you have those viewpoints actually represented in class. To me, that was just a huge driver when I came and saw that, to say, okay, I'm going to make the leap to actually come to a #1 ranked international business program that not only has that ranking, but actually really espouses it in people that are there.
We are global misfits. We all share the same thirst for knowledge. We have global mindset, and we love meeting people from different cultures. Working with them broaden our perspective, and it's amazing.
The Thunderbird Executive MBA is uniquely global. We do one thing and one thing only, and that is global management. It is in our DNA. The Thunderbird Executive MBA program has 2 cohorts, one in Europe and the other in the United States. Students from both programs study and travel together in the United States, Europe, and Asia, providing a uniquely global learning experience.
Whether you choose the weekend format at our main campus in Arizona or our modular format, such as the program we offer in Prague, you can be assured you're going to have a great learning experience.
One of the best things about the Thunderbird MBA was the fact that the modules were taught in different locations around the world. Most of the modules were taught in Prague, with a module taught in Geneva, Moscow, and one in Arizona. Thunderbird makes a real effort to not only teach the coursework of the MBA at those modules, but they also really work hard to get you immersed in that country's culture.
The Executive MBA program in Europe, located in Prague, provides us with the opportunity to draw students from throughout Western Europe, Eastern Europe, and the Middle East. Our program in Prague, in partnership with the Czech Management Center, allows us to gather our students in the center of New and Old Europe to study in this dynamic location.
After I've done very extensive research for EMBAs and MBA degrees in Canada, in the United States, and in Europe, this degree really fit my need. I wanted to spend time in Czech Republic, and then if I decide to go somewhere else, I knew that Thunderbird degree would be recognized in Czech Republic and Europe, but it would also be recognized in Canada and the United States. So it was just the ideal combination for myself.
The program itself helps you to understand the cultural mindsets of different regions. Working with people from various countries puts you into that global manager laboratory in which you have to work through issues. It's in an environment which is very conducive to learning.
Thunderbird's approach to business education is unique in the sense that we are truly global. We fuse functional business, languages, and international studies courses into a package for our students so that they can effectively operate in any environment they may find themselves in the world.
And being able to put problems, issues, opportunities, solutions in a global context is really the competitive advantage that Thunderbird offers. So therefore, woven throughout any course that one would pursue at Thunderbird, you'll find this global thread.
We look at business issues in a holistic way from multiple different angles, from a strategy, from a finance, from an accounting, from an international perspective.
These are integrated courses. For example, I teach a mergers and acquisitions, partnership and alliances course with a strategy colleague. At the end of a course like that, we have a simulation. They have to consider all of the integration issues, value the company, negotiate the deal with the cross-cultural communications.
After 1 week of classes, I was able to go back to my job and immediately apply some of the concepts that I had learned. And within 2 months, it totally transformed my department in terms of the way we're organized, the way we hire people, how we look for new talent.
In my class, I try to pull material together where our students are looking at companies from all over the world. I emphasize activities in China, activities in Mexico. I consult and do research in those parts of the world, so I bring those into the classroom.
I essentially commuted between New York and London, trading currencies and running an international consulting group in international finance, and I think that's what students appreciate right now.
The coursework at Thunderbird is definitely well-rounded because of the fact that it's not just concentration on business courses, but it's also culture, communication, negotiations as well, economics, finance, and of course language aspect. So you really get a well-rounded view of how to operate in the world.
We go from the very elemental levels to somewhat more advanced levels. In everything we teach, the culture of the people that we are talking about is very important. So details about the specific cultures are constantly a topic of discussion in the classes.
It's pretty clear that the executive model anticipates a great deal more experience, participation, background, and a higher level of conversations among students in classes and case discussions. It demands an extraordinary level of energy and participation from people who are already very busy.
Here at Thunderbird, we offer all of the same services to our eMBAs as we do our full-time students. Whether a Thunderbird Executive MBA is looking for an internal promotion or a change, career, function, or industry, the Thunderbird Career Management Center is a valuable resource.
One of the most valuable aspects of the Thunderbird experience, and one that brought an immediate return on investment, were the connections that I made with my classmates and the Alumni Association. I tap into those individuals constantly for connections in order to facilitate strategic partnerships that benefit my clients.
My responsibilities have already expanded at Edward Jones since I started the Thunderbird program. And ultimately that means more net worth and annual income, I'm sure.
The returns is million times. Okay. Because the value that you get, you will never get from any other university. There's so much that you can apply and reinforce your understanding, your convictions, improve, strengthen your confidence in making decisions.
Our students are leaders who make a difference. They come from every corner of the world to Thunderbird, where they bond for life and are committed to making the world a better place. This is Thunderbird.